is USL did not have a good showing against Major League Soccer teams in the U.S. Open Cup.
What did I tell you? I said it last week. I say it again. You know, this certain team and their fan base thought they were too good to join MLS because they were off.
Oh. We will get to that specific
Okay.
game. I'm talking overall. The USL, in the round of 16, there's what, 8 games then? Because there's 16
Who was
teams?
the surprise? Who was the only surprise?
The only upset
Oh,
was
NYFC.
NYCFC lost to the Pittsburgh Riverhounds, baby.
That that team has history too.
Oh my god,
I
that team is history, baby.
oh my god,
The
man.
Pittsburgh Riverhounds came over on the Mayflower. No, I'm kidding.
You know what, man? I remember the Pittsburgh Riverhounds when I was playing freaking Championship Manager 01 or 02 or something like that,
Ooh,
or
beautiful.
Championship Manager. I don't remember. Maybe it could have been 2000 2001 season. Like I remember like buying former MLS players from the Pittsburgh Riverhounds when I guess they were left out to the pasture.
I always remember them because there was a podcast back in like the early 2000 or the mid 2000s, mid to late 2000s that they did like a game show thing about soccer and being funny. And one of the episodes was around Halloween, so everybody dressed as somebody else on the panel. So the one guy on the panel was a huge like minor, lower level soccer guy trying to and his local team was the Pittsburgh Riverhounds. So the other guy just kept clowning him because he was pretending to be him, and he's just like, it's all about the Pittsburgh Riverhounds and PBR, baby. And just like, I will never forget that line. I will never forget that.
Oh man, PBR in Pittsburgh.
It's all about the Pittsburgh Riverhounds and PBR, baby.
um, Here,
Anyway.
man, I'll throw you another USL team, Milwaukee Wave.
Ooh. Let's not start naming things again. So, okay, first and foremost, let's
Okay.
get a serious topic here. You were not surprised that only one
Nope.
upset happened. Is
Nope.
this indicative? So, okay. I feel like I have to play the James role because he's so
We've
hype
talked about
about
this before.
USL.
We talked about this last time when James went on a USL rant. But what I'm saying is this: what's the measuring stick between a USL team and MLS team? Is this tournament? If
Well, we can't
that's the only way
always
we're
say
gonna.
that because sometimes teams do not take it seriously.
So you telling me the USL team is not gonna take it serious when they're facing off against?
No. I mean the MLS team. Like, let's be honest.
Oh
The
yeah,
only
yeah.
reason all these
But
MLS teams took this seriously and there were not more upsets is because these are all the losers that got kicked out of Leagues Cup. So
yeah,
this
the
is
ones
the
that want to win this is the only trophy they might win.
Yup. So people are taking it seriously this year, which I don't know how I feel about it, but I I think the gulf is larger than people want to admit. Now, the implementation of ProRel, does that improve the quality of USL teams when they do get into this competition against the MLS? Let's say in 5 years. 5 years from now, round of 16, it's all half MLS, half USL. Are we still seeing 1-2 upsets, or are we seeing 4-4?
Um, well, if the last week's games were any indicator, we're probably gonna see like MLS just clean house. Because if any MLS teams makes it to the quarterfinals, round of 16 or whatever, at that point they're taking the tournament serious. Because now they actually have a genuine shot to win a trophy. I understand if MLS teams in a round of 32 don't care because they're facing off, you know, the USL team that's 200-300 miles away or whatever. Um, and that's understandable. That's why a lot of times you'll see them field reserves and whatnot, and but once you get to a certain point, round of 16, semifinals, they take it serious. That's it. It's lights out.
I'd like to live in a world where it's a little bit better, but I mean, I guess like is the what do they call it, DFK Polko or whatever? At the round, what does that look like at the round of 16? How many Bundesliga teams are there left in that tournament?
That's so the thing about that. Those are
Like
mixed
the
bags.
FA
Like, I've
Cup,
seen.
the FA Cup gets filtered out pretty fast. 9 times out of 10,
Yeah.
you're getting to the quarters, and it's all EPL.
Premier, yeah, EPL, maybe a championship team,
Yeah, like
if that.
one, two championship teams. Maybe they get drawn together and they get to go one more round.
Yeah, one big payday, one more big payday.
One more big payday. But no, I'd like to see a better competition, but we've spoken about our reserves about just implementing pro rel alone does not make anything better, in my opinion. Doing pro rel, well, okay, it makes the product more entertaining. But I mean, like, it does not inherently force the talent to improve. You know what I mean? I guess that's just how I feel. I know that sounds dumb to most, but I don't know, man. It's not a light switch solution to the problem. Anyway, talking about light switch, let's turn this thing off because we got hell of fire stuff to talk about. This was a good week, baby. And not just because I got free tickets to a concert, but this was a good week to be a Fire fan.